Is Wenda Sutiari and my friends.
My name is Dima Desanti Dewi.
And my name is Desa Putuma Sangar Cynthia Dewi.
So there are six contents discussed today. The first one is class participation and discussion. The second is online journaling activities. And the third is share knowledge base. And the fourth, practice exercise. And the five is group projects. And the last is summary and standards. The first one, I would like to explain about class participation and discussion. There are many ways to create dynamic and rich class discussion in an online course. Identify three discussion forum types: social, general, and topic driven. For each type, the goal is to create a speech space and encourages discussion and community. An example discussion forum, social forums building a class community. This is examples. During the early part of an online course, it is critical for class members to get to know one another and begin to build an online class community. The teacher also participates in the online activity. And the second one is general forum question and answers. When online the drawback of the email approach is that the learners is relying on the teacher as the sole provider on information. The third one is open forums, weekly content discussions. As discussion throughout this book, class participation is critical in an online class. These forums on a single topic for a defined period of time, weekly topic beside. Discussion are the classroom discussion in a outside class.
So, Astuti, could you show us by pointing at your mouse? Could you go back, please? Jadi daripada baca gitu ya, coba ditunjukin pakai mouse yang dimaksud dengan topik driven seperti apa misalnya. Coba balik lagi slide-nya. Balik slide-nya, kembali. Oke, misalnya nih, topik driven. Yang mana maksudnya topik driven dari contoh ini, gambar ini?
Okay, a topic-driven forum weekly contains discussion. Topic-driven forums encourage and facilitate this discussion of science course topic. In there, the example of a topic-driven forum is there is a topic-driven forum. The example of one forum. For the next, online journaling activities. There are types of online journaling activities. The variance in types of journals relate to what the teachers as guide emphasize and what the students prefer. This has a great deal to do with who is reading the journal. One, a small group or the whole class. The goal in this case is that the students develop the habit of reflecting on their work. The next is individual reflection via the blog. In an online course, there are several ways for the teacher to assess how well students understand assigned readings. There is an example of a blog. For the next is adding a comment to a blog posting. In an online course, individual reflections via the blog have the following characteristic. They, one, provide a space for regular learning, reflection on readings. The second is reverse the course reading and connect them to the learner's prior knowledge. The third is help the students self-identify questions in areas where they need to clarify their understandings. There is a example of a comment to a blog posting. This is the columns of a comment in blog. Okay, for the next material will be presented by Santi Dewi.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mas Anggun. So now I would like to continue the material. The next material is a share knowledge base. So share knowledge base is an activity through which knowledge, namely information, skill, or experience, is exchanged among people, friends, community, peer, families. So for the example is using Wikipedia, or within or between organization. Wikis are flexible and intensely collaborative. They are administered by a number of people and can be organized in innumerable ways. If you want to engage in personal reflection, you can use blog. But if you want collaboration, you can use wikis. So Anggun, can you next? Okay, for the next is type knowledge-based building activities. So in here, there are several type of knowledge-based building activities. There are online class glossary, group research project, online class bibliography, and or web research relevant to course topic. And then a group or class project are media, art, planning, writing, science, product development, and etc. And the next is error correction. There are language, fact, history, news, and etc. Timeline, chronological list, annotated article, poem, case, study, reading, and etc. with multimedia and links. And the last is group or class storyboard for film, media, and technology that are related subjects. I'm going to do next. Okay, the next is activity collaborative glossary. So when learners are taking a course in a new area of study that includes unfamiliar terminology, there are two ways to present information. The first one, the teacher defines it directly for the learners, or maybe the learners can identify the terms he doesn't know and seeks out the definition. Okay, next, Anggun. So this is the collaborative glossary. Building a shared online glossary has the following advantages in an online course. The first one is creates good study habits, strengthens research skill, leads to a better understanding of concept through close-up work and analysis, save time for the teacher, and the last one is fosters collaboration skills. So Anggun, next. Next, Anggun. Okay, the next topic is exercise practice. Practice exercise is an interactive practice in which, in the right situation, they can make a valuable addition to the work done in an online course. This is obviously true for certain kinds of skill classes, such as languages and math. Anggun, next. Next, Anggun. Okay. There are multiple choice, matching, true or false, fill in the blank, and the last one is drag and drop. Okay, Anggun, can you next? This are the example type of practice exercise. The first one is multiple choice. Learner selects their answers based on a finite set of options. The question may have answers that are mutually exclusive or not. The answers are evaluated by a computer and may input teacher create feedback. Anggun, can you next? Okay, the second example is matching. So the student matches an item in column A with an item in column B. The answer to matching question types can be evaluated on their computer. So Anggun, can you next? And the third is true or false. So the student evaluated whether a statement or phrase is true or false. The answer to true or false question can be evaluated on their computer. These are similar in design to multiple choice question. Next. So the fourth is fill in the blank. The student enters a word or a phrase to complete a statement. The answer to fill in the blank question can be evaluated on their computer. However, responses from student must be an exact match. For example, a misspelling would count as a wrong answer. Okay, Anggun, next. And the last one is drag and drop. The student can manipulate phrases or objects by dragging them around the screen and then dropping them where they want. This can be used for many of the above mentioned purposes, but also has other uses such as having student categorize or organize items in defined ways. Okay, next. Okay, that's all about my material. So the next material will be presented by my friend. So Mas Anggun, time is yours.
Okay, for the next is group projects. There are types of group projects. The most common for group projects are: the first one is an online presentation. The second is a research project or paper. The first is online group presentations. Online group presentations is a submission of a material through the communication media. The presentation can be through a slide presentations, pre-recorded video, or combination of image, text, and video. There is a performed by the groups. For the examples is, the first is slide presentation and the second pre-recorded video. For the next is group research project or paper. Group research or paper are assignment given by the teacher to be complete in group, has a goal so that someone can collaborate with group and can issue and accept other people's opinions. Besides that, so that we can have a discussion between students. Paper project become more meaningful because students, rather than teachers, choose resource and the topic. Learners are responsible for their own learning. In discussion with class or peer and teachers, share a lot viewpoint and perspective occur naturally. Okay, that's all about our presentation. I do apologize if some mistakes, and thank you for your attentions. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Mas Anggun and Santi, and also Astuti.